Hi there, Jolene Brown here. This month's video blog is so darn important, I hope you listen all the way through, because today we're going to talk about what is the obligation that you have when you put a ring on someone's finger. You know, I have the privilege to have conversations with so many young couples in agriculture. They're committed to each other, they're making their marriage strong, and they're working so darn hard for their families and on their farms. And then disaster strikes. The breadwinner, the one who makes the majority of the income for the lifestyle and the living that they have, suddenly dies. And those left behind are often left in the dark and in complete despair. I believe that the minute you put a ring on somebody's finger, it comes with an obligation to continue the lifestyle and living that you have started, and also to make sure that the bills can be paid. This includes a roof over your head. And I ask the young people, you know, if your farmer died, could you continue to live in the farmhouse? Especially if the farm owns the house in which you live? You see, we've got to be realistic here, and so I turn to financial planners. And I listen to them carefully as I sit on these advisory councils. And they're sharing 5 things that I think are extremely important that relates to putting a ring on someone's finger. The first one is this. As a couple, do you know that money truly matters? Oh, I know you're working hard, but you know, money really matters. And they're saying make sure that you have your personal finances separate from the farm finances. Make sure there is transparency and no surprises, please. We want open accounting because money really matters. You've got to know what's going on. Second, would you please save for emergencies? Financial planners are saying, would you at least have between 3 to 6 months of your monthly needs covered in a fund that is liquid out there, something that you can sell or enough you have in a savings account or a CD that you can access if something happened and you needed immediate liquidity. Make sure that you have saved for your emergencies. The third thing they're sharing is, would you just set a limit on how much you spend before you get the others' approval? You know, I often joke in my seminars, I only allow so many pieces of new equipment to go by my kitchen window before I start asking questions. Now, that's not just a joke, that's real. You know, so many times we find out about big expenses or big loans being taken out after the fact. Hey, you put a ring on someone's finger, you say that you're united on the same front, so for heaven's sakes, make sure with the big decisions that there is approval and understanding and support. The next one, would you please be cautious with credit cards and other debt? It's so important that we understand that when we sign something, such as a credit card or a loan, or how about a personal guarantee for a business loan at your bank, when we sign those papers, that signature stands for something. It says that we are going to make sure that things get paid. Well, how are they going to get paid? You better be careful with your debt and with your credit cards. Next, would you please plan for unexpected departures? Where will your family live? What will they live on? Can they continue the lifestyle and living that you have started with them? You know, I believe that when you put that ring on a finger, that there is a reason to have some term life insurance, that there's a reason to have some diversified interests, not just to cover the immediate disaster, but what about to be a foundation so that you can continue on in your life? Caring for another requires action. And I know, gosh darn it, we're so busy, we don't have time for this stuff. Until disaster happens, and then we wish we had taken the time. You know, love is not just an emotion. Love is a verb. And when you put a ring on someone's finger, I think it requires action. And I think that we need to take action now to meet those obligations.